Welcome to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. Each month, we'll feature business and community leaders sharing their stories, initiatives, concerns, and passions. Learn practical information regarding community resources and opportunities. Now, the host of Business Voice, Greece Regional Chamber President and CEO, Sarah Lentini.
Hi, everybody. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. I'm Sarah Lentini, your host, and also the president and CEO of the Greece Regional Chamber. We've got a great show for you today, starting with my first guest, Tom Dambra, who is president and CEO of Family First Credit Union. Welcome, Tom.
Thanks, Sarah. Glad to be here.
Wonderful. So we've got several things I want to talk about today, but I wanted to start with just hearing a little bit about Family First. I'm sure folks are, at least in some way, familiar with Family First Credit Union, but you guys have a very specific history, right? Tell us how you came to be.
We sure do. Within the last couple of years, we celebrated our 50th anniversary, and we got kicked off in 1969, as a teachers' credit union, obviously, in the Penfield community, and have grown ever since. So it's been a wonderful, I've personally been with the credit union for 7 years now.
Terrific.
But the credit union itself has, like I said, been in existence over 50 years, started with the Penfield teachers, but expanded over the years to serve many other communities, particularly surrounding communities to Penfield. We have branches located in Webster, East Rochester, Henrietta, and our newest branch is in Greece. Hard to believe we've been there for almost 4 years now, but about 5 years ago, we made the decision that we wanted to come to the west side of Monroe County and found a wonderful spot on Long Pond Road about 5 years ago, and it's been a wonderful opportunity for us to expand our membership into Greece.
Yeah, and you joined the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. Thank you very much. And I think we were there for your ribbon cutting along with other key folks in the community. So delighted to take part in that. And you've got a wonderful team there, a wonderful team in general. We're lucky enough to get to work with various facets of your organization. And, of course, we also really appreciate your presence as not just a board member of the Greece Regional Chamber, but emerging as one of our board leaders. So thank you for all of that. So just to make really clear, though, you started as the Penfield Teachers Union, and you've expanded to other communities, but you don't need to be a teacher, right, at this point to participate?
That's right. Now, we are a community credit union, and what that means is a community credit union, you need to live, work, or conduct business in the charter territory that the National Credit Union Association has allowed us to do business.
Okay.
And so it's that simple. Live, work, worship, conduct business in. And for us, it's all of Monroe County, Genesee County, Livingston, Orleans, and portions of Wayne County as well. So we have a nice wide territory with over 15,000 members.
Oh, that's wonderful. So really regional in scope, very appropriate for the listenership for WYSL, which is, of course, the station that we're on. And you don't need to be a teacher. You need to live, work, or do business in one of these this relatively big group of counties that make up the Greater Rochester region. So that's awesome. And then this is just my ignorance, Tom. So what is different, maybe not that much, between a credit union and a bank or another financial institution?
Well, you'll find that the difference really is that credit unions are not-for-profit, whereas banks are typically for-profit organizations.
Okay.
We are owned by our membership, so those over 15,000 members that we have are owners of the credit union.
Wow.
Whereas with a bank, very often what you'll have is shareholders who own stock in a bank, and the bank may have customers as well, but they aren't necessarily owners of the bank. So that really differentiates a credit union from a bank. You have different ownership. Now, of course, as a not-for-profit, credit unions do not pay federal or state taxes, and so that often benefits the members in the form of lower loan rates and higher deposit rates. So those are very often nice differentiators for credit union members, and those are the two main drivers of it. I think you'll find today services that are offered by credit unions are as up to date in most cases as your largest banks, whether it's Bank of America or Chase or whomever it may be. Family First, for example, has remote deposit capture. We have bill pay. We have the opportunity to apply for loans and deposit accounts online. So we really have the technology in place that most banks have. However, it's just a little smaller, community, old-fashioned way of doing business on top of what perhaps you see from banks today.
Yeah, and you serve both residential and commercial clients, right?
Correct.
And you have,
yes,
just to sort of flesh out a little bit, this the list of services that one might expect or be looking for, just to underscore that they're available through credit unions, and yours in particular. You offer loans. You do all the things that maybe a larger national bank might do. Do you offer home equity loans and mortgage loans and that kind of thing?
We do indeed. Very often I'll get that. Someone may get a mortgage through us or an auto loan through us, and they'll say to me, I didn't realize that you had home equities or student loans. That's another product that we offer that not a lot of banks anymore offer. So student loans are another product offering that we do for our membership. So as you mentioned, home equities and commercial real estate loans and residential mortgages and most auto loans, consumer loans of most any kind, you'll be able to find that many credit unions can offer.
That's great. Yeah, just to just helping to educate myself, because that's your business is one that I'm just not that familiar with. But boy, especially if you're nonprofit and you're really community and homegrown, and if you're you're set up to really assist your members, and if having an account at the bank makes you, or at the credit union rather, makes you a member, all of that sounds actually quite attractive, and a good segue, because if you're a nonprofit, presumably that means you have a nonprofit mission, right?
For sure. We're all about giving back into our communities. We have a certain amount of the revenue that we generate at the credit union every year that goes back into our communities, and that's in the form of scholarships. So we started as a teachers credit union, as we talked about a little bit earlier, and that's very important to us, that we give back to the communities in the form of scholarships. We're very much about education, and we set a large percentage of our monies that go back into our communities in the form of scholarships. But it doesn't just stop there. It's very important for us to make sure that many of the other not-for-profits that we conduct business in are able to benefit as a result of us providing some assistance. Whether that means we have employees who are helping out. Just recently, we had a nice big group of people out for the Day of Caring for the United Way, or monetarily. So that's an exciting part of being part of a credit union. It's what I love most about the credit union. Yeah,
and it's a perfect fit with who you are. So no dissonance whatsoever, which is great. And we're so grateful to you, because while it's a separate organization, the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce plays a role, a pretty important administrative role, actually, with the Greece Chamber Charitable Foundation, which was started quite a number of years ago. And the Greece Chamber Charitable Foundation is where we make scholarships right now to nursing students in the region. And you guys have been wonderful supporters for multiple years now of our nursing scholarship program. It's nursing education. Boy, we can't think of a more important thing to be supporting right now. Nurses have always been in, we've always needed nurses. I don't think you can go to a community in this country where there hasn't been an issue around having enough nurses. But of course, because of the last 2 years in the COVID-19 pandemic, oh my gosh, nurses and first responders have been very, very much needed, more than ever. And, and good nurses and therefore good nursing education is something that, we're very passionate about, and we know that you are too. So we're so grateful to you, Tom, to you and everybody at the credit union for your ongoing support.
Well, it's our pleasure, Sarah. I actually have two daughters who are in the process, one who just recently finished her education in nursing and is starting her first job as a nurse, and another one who will be off to college soon following that as well. So, yeah, it certainly is very near and dear to my heart. I'm proud of what we as a credit union can do. And, big shout out to Sarah Carney, who is a facilitator of our efforts around that, and as well as Savannah Wallenhorst, who's our branch manager in Greece, and everyone that's been involved in the process. But I wanted to make sure that we got a special shout out to them.
Yeah, they're both wonderful.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Both Sarah and Savannah are wonderful. Aurora is as well, another member of your team. All wonderful, wonderful people. Thank you for mentioning them, and we so appreciate again the support that you've given us, and the partnership that hopefully we're forging around something that's important to both organizations. So, how did you get involved with the credit union? You said you've been there. Did I hear 7 years, or am I making that up?
No, you heard right. I was a banker for a long, long time. I worked for a larger regional bank, and it was a great organization. I enjoyed the time that I was there. But one day, out of the blue, I got a call from a recruiter who asked if I'd be interested in looking at maybe becoming the CEO of a credit union.
That's nice.
I wasn't sure at the time. I hadn't been thinking much about it, to be perfectly honest. I was happy what I was doing. However, I said, let me pursue it and see. I had an opportunity to meet the management team and meet the board of directors, and we clicked right away. Nice. And it's personally been the best professional career that I could have made. And again, almost 7 years later here, I'm thrilled to be part of the credit union movement.
That's great. It's first of all, that's a testament to your reputation, your track record and reputation, that you were approached out of the blue by I believe the term is headhunter. I hope nobody takes offense at that term. Right. I used to be one, so I tend to think of that. Kidding. Yeah, it was. Man, that was my first career in New York. But anyway, so and a true headhunter is looking for people who are super talented and not looking for work, and have to kind of be persuaded to take a look at something. So again, a testament to your abilities and your reputation. And I'm just going to say that I think you're a really good fit for where you are. It's a great team. As you look out to the future, it sounds like you've been seeing some growth, right? Are there things that you want to do with the credit union? Are there new programs you want to bring online? Are there areas that you see particular needs, maybe becoming stronger, as a result of either the short-term landscape or something even longer term? I imagine technology alone is impacting your business still, right?
Yeah, for sure. And what you hit it on the head with technology. We are by most measurements a smaller financial organization.
Mm-hmm.
There are 60 employees at our organization. We've been fortunate to be able to grow by about 10% a year, and we've been able to do it with slow, steady pace. However, excited about the different product offerings that we've brought to market. So I love the approach that we've taken over the last several years. I'm proud of the results that we've been able to put out there. Mm-hmm. But you mentioned technology, and that's really what the world of financial services is all about going forward. Admittedly, there's huge demands from members and customers around being able to have the flexibility of using technology. So I mentioned earlier about being able to apply for loans and open deposit accounts online. It truly, the future of the financial services industry is creating that ease of use and ease of connection with your respective financial institution. And that's what we have to continue to concentrate on as a small organization, because, Bank of America is a hundreds of billions of dollars in assets, and that is something we have to compete with day in and day out as a small organization. So it really, truly does come down to having great people who can take really good care of your membership and offering the technologies that people are looking for in the future. That's what we're going to concentrate on going forward.
Yeah, I think you've said something very important, and I completely agree with you. All the technology is great, and of course, you offer the technology that's wanted and needed and required, but great people. Having great people is equally, if not more important. It is the place where one can shine right now, because so many companies, especially the big ones, unfortunately, the ones with all the resources, seem to have lost the personal touch, and they seem not to be providing the excellent customer service that I know I'm looking for when I'm looking for all kinds of things, not just banking services, but of course banking services are kind of important. So good for you. Hey, listen, if somebody wants to get in touch with you guys, what's the best way? Just Google you? Is there a web address? What would you recommend?
Well, we certainly you can Google us up, Family First of New York Federal Credit Union. You'll find us in no time. If you're looking for a phone number to reach us at, we're at 585-586-8225, and our direct website is familyfirstny.com. That's familyfirstny.com, and you'll jump right to our homepage. So any one of those ways, and of course we have our 5 branches across Monroe County where our terrific folks are, and they're happy to help you out as well. So again, I'm really thrilled with the opportunity to be here. I can't tell you how wonderful our staff is, and I appreciate you bringing up how important customer service is. As I mentioned, we only have 60 employees who are working really hard every day, and they're very dedicated to our membership, and I appreciate the efforts they put in each day.
Well, the feeling is mutual. We appreciate you guys and everything you do for the Chamber, but even more importantly for the community. Tom Dambra, President and CEO, Family First Credit Union. Thank you so much for being here today on Business Voice.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right, don't go away. We're going to be right back with my next guest. Don't flip that dial.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. At Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home, the focus is always on how your loved one lived. Bartolomeo and Perotto has been helping families create meaningful tributes and celebrating unique lives for 3 generations. They treat your family like their own, always with the utmost compassion, warmth, and care. When you're in need, call Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 720-6000.
If you're looking for an opportunity to play a vital role in the fast-growing field of healthcare, then consider earning a degree in medical reimbursement and coding from Bryant and Stratton College. With curriculum built around the same standards and software used in the industry, you'll graduate with the skills and confidence needed to sit for key certification exams required by employers. And this program is now offered in a new blended learning format, combining the best of instructor-led face-to-face classroom instruction with virtual learning, giving you the flexibility to earn your degree in a way that best suits your schedule and life. Plus, thanks to Career Life Prep, you'll have a team to help chart your path, learn the soft skills employers are looking for, gain valuable professional connections, and enjoy career services support for life. So learn more about a career in medical reimbursement and coding today at bryantstratton.edu. Bryant and Stratton College, for every and in life. For important information and disclosures, please visit bryantstratton.edu/disclosures. Bryant and Stratton College complies with applicable state authorization regulations for distance education in all other states.
Have you felt the Village vibe? It's that feeling of confidence, a swagger that's only found when you visit the Village at Unity. It's laughter and joy. It's knowing that, hey, they've got this. Because what the Village does better than anyone is to help solve your senior housing problems. From dining to transportation and programs to security, you can be sure that the Village has it. Come and feel the Village vibe. Visit thevillageatunity.com and discover what your senior living experience could be.
Care. It's more than a word. It's the heart of our mission and purpose for more than 25 years. Today, we serve 2.3 million members, partnering with top-quality providers and caring for communities across New York State. This is Fidelis Care, If you need health insurance or if your coverage is changing, Fidelis Care can help. Call 1-888-FIDELIS, TTY 711, or visit fideliscare.org.
This is what we're made of. The businesses that line our streets and the customers that make them flourish. As a business owner, this is your community, your members, your regulars, your neighbors. Your business is unique. So are your customers. No matter who you need to reach, Spectrum Reach is here to help you connect with the right message on every screen. Visit SpectrumReach.com to connect with a local advertising expert. That's SpectrumReach.com.
If you're looking to market and grow your business, make new business connections, and give back to the community in a meaningful way, consider joining the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce. We're the largest suburban chamber in Monroe County, and we offer networking, education, marketing, insurance, and advocacy. You do not need to live or work in Greece to join. Our members come from throughout the region. In short, we're better together, and together, we're moving business forward. Visit greecechamber.org or call 585-227-7272 to join today.
Depositing your money with Genesee Regional Bank helps strengthen the local community. That's because GRB lends its deposits so the community can grow and prosper. Genesee Regional Bank. Community banking, community building.
Visit grbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Buying a car has never been easier at Ralph Honda. With our online shopper, find the car that's right for you, right from your home. Visit us online to value your trade-in, personalize a payment that fits your budget, chat with a team member, and schedule your pickup. It's that simple. For 3 generations, Ralph Honda.
The one media outlet you can count on. The voice of liberty. The WYSL stations.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. I'm your host, Sarah Lentini, and I'm delighted to welcome my next guest, Mike Mordenga of the Victors Gymnastics. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Hi, Sarah. I'm doing great today. Thanks.
Wonderful. So we've had you on before. We've had you on the show, Mike, but not in a while. And in case there are listeners who are not familiar with the Victors Gymnastics, hard to imagine anybody isn't, but let's give them a little overview. You've been in business for some time now, right?
Yeah, actually 23 years.
Wow.
Started back in 1999. And we were in Northgate Plaza at the time. And that was just the beginning. In 2007, we moved to our current location on Ling Road. We share the building with the Horizon Skate, which I know a lot of people are familiar with Horizon Skate. They're on the east side of the building. We're on the west side of the building, facing Dewey Avenue. So we moved north about a mile. And as I said, we've been there since 2007. Our facility is about 18,000 square feet.
Wow.
We are fully equipped with all men's and women's gymnastics, picks, trampolines, the works, and
that's great.
And we've enjoyed it. It's a great location for us.
And basically, you've got all the equipment that one would need to train for the Olympics, for gymnastics in the Olympics, correct?
Yeah, we train in the what's called the Junior Olympic program. What would happen is Junior Olympics goes up to like a level 10 for women's and men's gymnastics. We have trained some pre-elite kids who have actually we've had some TV coverage. We've been in the American Cup, which was a couple of years ago. The coach and I went up with one or two of our kids, and we were on TV, which was kind of fun. But most of our program is recreational. It's for fun for kids, preschool, and school-age kids. It's fun, recreational, not a gigantic commitment like somebody who would be a competitive gymnast.
Mm-hmm. Having said that, there's also an element, isn't there? I remember this from when you and I first met, which is going back, a good probably 8 years now, Mike. I remember being impressed that as you were telling me about the Victors Gymnastics, you were saying, underneath it all, this is really about helping young people develop, right? Develop into if not the best version of themselves, develop as fully as they can in all sorts of ways. This isn't really about gymnastics. I mean, it's also about gymnastics, but it's about something bigger than just gymnastics, right?
Yeah, well, anybody who's been involved in youth recreational sports understands that the greater opportunity is mentoring, developing, and giving good examples of what a young adult into adult would look like, what values, behaviors, and things like that. So when we think about what we do, we kind of keep in focus that our motto is, or our goals, if you will, commitments are to have a kid-safe and a family-friendly environment. And what we mean by that is that, there's a lot of things that we can talk about in terms of safety, which would be the physical safety of a sporting event, not getting hurt, obviously, but safe in terms of the mental and as well as anything to do with their physical, mental, and spiritual health, if you will. Trying to provide a safe environment for all kids of all beliefs and understanding and all that. So, we want to be that, but family-friendly is really thinking about in terms of why kids would come to the gym, what family needs are, and that gymnastics is not the end of it all. It's one of the activities that they could be in to help them through that, and so we try to look at the whole individual and do the best we can to help them and their parents develop the kind of relationships and the kind of kid that they would grow up as a young adult and productive and all those things. So we definitely want to teach them cartwheels and back flips and things like that. But if that's all we do, I think we've missed out on a bigger opportunity.
Yeah. And speaking of family, you've got some family members working with you at the Victor's Gymnastics, right?
Yeah. Well, at one point, literally everybody in our family, my wife and I have been doing this together.
How nice. And she's a lovely person, by the way. Shout out to Mary Kay. Yeah.
Mary Kay, thank you. Both my daughters have worked for the gym. Neither one is now. They've both moved on and done other things. My son Michael worked at the front desk in customer service, and he's kind of moved on. And my son Nate still works for us. He's an excellent coach and does a number of different things for us. So yeah, it's over the many years, it's been a family owned and operated business, and to some extent still is.
That's great. I imagine that there's a lot of joy in working with your family on something as positive, and in addition, something as positive as working with young people, which is obviously a passion and a calling that you and your family members, and certainly you and Mary Kay, share. And that's a good segue, because you guys, and you in particular, Mike, have now for several years, I think you were kind enough to agree to serve as the chair, the president, actually, of the Greece Chamber Charitable Foundation Board of Directors. And the foundation is actually historically, perhaps even more so than ever now, been focused on supporting youth and youth development and youth training. Tell us a little bit about your role at the foundation.
Okay. Well, tying the two together, one of our last, out of the 5 commitments that we make, one is, the last one is good citizenship and giving back to the community. So with that, we've done a number of different things, and myself included, with my involvement in the chamber. But when I was asked to become the president of the Charitable Foundation, it just kind of made perfect sense that it's another way to give back to the community, but in a direct way. Mm-hmm. We are using the resources and the time and talent of myself and many others to put together projects that literally give back to the community and create those kind of opportunities. And specifically in this case, what our focus has been to work through the community in terms of developing the nursing profession. Mm-hmm. We felt that there's a lot of good reasons. Won't go into all the details of that, but there was a great need to continue to develop nursing resources in this community, not only Greece but in Greater Rochester. Mm-hmm. And we've been able to partner with the Isabella Graham practical nursing community and provide now our second year of providing 3 scholarships to worthy candidates that has worked out extremely well. As you know, Sarah, on Thursday I will be attending the commencement exercise for the graduation of the Isabella Graham class that is going to be finishing up. So we feel like we've accomplished a number of different things that are the calling for the Charitable Foundation, that to be involved in economic development, to be involved in kind of youth, but this is young, not young youth, but youth, younger people, if you will, and to develop a tie with the business and the Greece community. And so we were able to accomplish a lot of those things by getting involved with this Isabella Graham nursing community.
WYSL Avon Rochester.
Yeah, the Isabella Graham Hart School of Practical Nursing. Wow, what a mouthful. If I even have it right, I'm never sure. Many people may be aware of it, but others might not. Is actually a nursing school that's part of the Rochester Regional Health System, and that has really been stepping up its efforts to graduate nurses. I think, quite a number of years back, I don't think that there were too many graduates, and now they've like quadrupled the number of graduates, all under the leadership of Dr. Eric Bieber. I don't think he's leading Rochester Regional Health anymore, but he was very much behind this push. And we're fortunate because we get to work with Deborah Stamps, who is the head of the nursing school. Among other things, she also has, she has a long title too. She does a lot of things for the system. Terrific lady, and and they really they've been doing a wonderful job of of adding more nurses to the community, which, as you mentioned, is such an important need. So, thank you for what you and the board have been doing. I think it's incredibly important work. We just had on the show Tom Dambra, whom you know, of course, president and CEO of Family First. And, we're talking about how much, how great it is that Family First has been, supporting the foundation's efforts, the nursing scholarships for, multiple years now. So, again, kudos to you in your leadership of the foundation. It's really found an important role for itself.
Yeah, well, and thanks to Tom and his staff there at Family First, that them and the staff at Ukraine Federal Credit Union and a number of others have partnered with us to develop some fundraising opportunities that have helped a lot. I'll kind of throw this out there. One of our next steps is to think about a golf tournament, and late this year to be able to add something. But hopefully by the spring we will be able to put together a charitable golf tournament that will continue to develop more and more funds. The more funds we have, the more people that we're going to be able to help. So we're looking forward to putting that together as a next step.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And, of course, you're the perfect person to lead that up, because I know you've got tons of experience both as a golfer and also as a golf tournament organizer. I'm very excited and grateful that you're there and you're able to take the lead. And you brought up a good point, which is the Ukrainian Federal Credit Union also has been wonderfully supportive of the foundation, and in fact, they. Between the two credit unions, they've really provided some key support over the last couple of years that has enabled the foundation to continue to move forward and make grants or educational scholarship grants and bring nursing students forward in a way that maybe they wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. Because we're really there to help fill some financial gaps that maybe nobody else can fill. That's sort of the perfect role for us to play. So that's awesome. I'm excited about the golf tournament. You might even get to, I might even take a stab at putting a ball. I don't even know how to say it. That's how much I'm not a golfer. Isn't that funny?
We'll get information out for that. Anybody who's interested, please let us know. The other thing I'll kind of throw out there is we've had the two credit unions help, but we'll be interested in anyone else who would say, hey, you know what, we'd like to be involved in this and maybe partner with the Charitable Foundation with a fundraising opportunity. And we've done a couple different things, and bottle drives and other things. So anything that can help us. That would somebody might have a great idea would be open to.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And then there are lots of just individuals, people in the community, some with with greater resources, some with lesser resources. You don't have to give a lot of money. So we have folks that have given $20 and folks that have maybe given some bigger amounts of money, but this is a large community effort, and there's room for anybody and everybody to support it, and certainly to also participate in fun things like the golf tournament. And folks can just contact the chamber. I mean, at the end of the day, the Greece Chamber is the administrator for the foundation. So reaching out to the chamber at greecechamber.org. I think there's a foundation page on the website that's useful, and then also calling the chamber at 227-7272. Some people like that phone number. I find that it's slightly confusing, so I'll just say it one more time, 227-7272, and and asking to talk to somebody about the Greece Chamber Charitable Foundation. And of course, Mike, you're continuing to do a wonderful job. You and all the other wonderful board members that we have sitting around the table. We couldn't do any of this without them. It really is a community effort. And I also want to mention, if you don't mind, that we. When we started the nursing scholarship focus, we actually started a special fund under the foundation umbrella in memory of Daniel Richardson. So that name may mean something to some of the folks out there. Dan Richardson ran the Ladder Road Nursing Home for many years, and his wife was the head of nursing there, and his mother had been a nurse. And after he passed away, we had conversations with Carol Richardson, and she really helped us to think about ways to shape the fund that would be meaningful. And it turned out to be even more meaningful than we might have imagined. But you're to be congratulated for leading and guiding us through all of that. And I'm, really happy that you're going to the commencement on Thursday. Like you said, this is now a second year headed into a third of being able to make what we think are really meaningful grants to nursing students. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. And thanks to Carol, too, for her involvement in kind of shaping the conversation that ended up us getting involved with Isabella Graham Hart.
Yep. Mike Mordenga, President and CEO of the Victors Gymnastics, also President of the Greece Chamber Charitable Foundation. Thank you so much for being with us here today on Business Voice.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, Scott.
You're very welcome. All right, don't go away. The show's not over. We'll be right back. Don't flip that dial.
Funerals can be expensive. You may be surprised to learn that you can get Bartolomeo and Prado Funeral Homes 5-star service at a price you can afford. They understand one price doesn't fit all and strive to ensure that your needs are met within your budget. Their family of funeral homes are a part of helping to achieve that goal. But above all else, they promise quality service. The details are taken care of so you can focus on what's important. Find out more by calling Bartolomeo and Prado Funeral Home at 720-6000.
Since 1983, Herko Computers is Rochester's first and most experienced custom computer system builder. Herko Computers is proud to be working with many of our original customers, including the Greece Chamber of Commerce. Whether you need a custom business PC, gaming system, or network server, Herko Computers can build you a custom computer system that exceeds your expectations. Herko Computers also offers complete IT support for your business. We can configure your business network, provide security from viruses and ransomware to keep your business or medical office running the way it should be. Herko Computers is also a full-service provider of network wiring, Wi-Fi, and network camera systems. Need to upgrade from Windows 7? Give Herko Computers a call at 227-1270 to discuss your options to get your business upgraded to Windows 10. Herko Computers is proudly locally owned and operated since 1983. Call us at 227-1270 and schedule your Herko Computers free IT evaluation. Herko Computers, 227-1270.
Need help with health insurance? The Greece Regional Chamber provides assistance with health insurance for businesses, nonprofits, families, and individuals throughout our region. We pride ourselves on the personalized service that we provide for our clients. Let us help you find health insurance plans that fit your needs and navigate the paperwork. Greece Chamber Benefit Partners, located at 2402 Westridge Road in Rochester, New York, offers a broad range of medical insurance plans for businesses, nonprofits, individuals, and families throughout the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region, working with insurance companies including Excelis Blue Cross Blue Shield, Univera, and MVP Healthcare. We can also help you access insurance plans through the New York State of Health, the official health plan marketplace. Again, you do not need to live or work in Greece to utilize our brokerage services. We serve the greater Rochester Finger Lakes region of New York State. Visit greecechamber.org to sign up for one of our free health insurance information sessions or schedule an appointment with one of our licensed brokers. Call 585-227-7272. 585-227-7272.
Gift yourself a blah-free 2022. Boost your mood and your health in a blink. Blink Fitness is your fun, friendly neighborhood gym with tons of state-of-the-art equipment and a mood-above-muscle attitude. Join for $1 and get all the perks. What do you have to lose? Blink Fitness Greece is located at 2833 West Ridge Road in the Wegmans Ridgemont Plaza. Join today and experience feel-good fitness in a blink.
This is Christy Hill, General Manager for the Village at Mill Landing. Our community just feels wonderful. Beautiful apartments, fantastic amenities, and a unique and vibrant activities program, including our exclusive Hometown Cafe. What really makes us special? It's our people. Let me introduce you to Lucas and Brandy.
This is Lucas.
And Brandy, and we are your Hometown Cafe baristas.
Come visit us where we'll mix up our daily special and chat with good friends over cocktails.
Looking forward to seeing you.
Visit us at thevillageatmilllanding.com to learn more. The Village at Mill Landing, the community with a whole lot of heart.
Gift yourself a blah-free 2022. Boost your mood and your health in a blink. Blink Fitness is your fun, friendly neighborhood gym with tons of state-of-the-art equipment and a mood-above-muscle attitude. Join for $1 and get all the perks. What do you have to lose? Blink Fitness Greece is located at 2833 West Ridge Road in the Wegmans Ridgemont Plaza. Join today and experience feel-good fitness in a blink.
Depositing your money with Genesee Regional Bank helps strengthen the local community. That's because GRB lends its deposits so the community can grow and prosper. Genesee Regional Bank. Community banking, community building.
Visit grbbank.com. Member FDIC.
Buying a car has never been easier at Ralph Honda. With our online shopper, find the car that's right for you, right from your home. Visit us online to value your trade-in, personalize a payment that fits your budget, chat with a team member, and schedule your pickup. It's that simple. For 3 generations, Ralph Honda.
Safeguarding your freedoms and your future. The WYSL stations.
Welcome back. You're listening to Business Voice, a program of the Greece Regional Chamber of Commerce, sponsored by Bartolomeo and Perotto Funeral Home. I'm Sarah Lentini, your host. also the president and CEO of the Greece Regional Chamber. I'm delighted to welcome my next guest, Frank Tortora of Puzzle HR. Welcome, Frank.
Hey, Sarah. Thank you.
So, Frank, we've never had you on the show before, and I don't know if folks will know. Some folks may, but I'm sure there are many people in the listening audience that don't know what Puzzle HR is. It sounds like a puzzle. It's right in the name, right? So tell us about Puzzle HR. What do you guys do?
Absolutely. Thank you for asking. And by the way, thank you for not asking with the follow-up question that I never get to speak before of is, so you guys a payroll company? Because there's a few of them around here. We are not that. So what we do is, some companies out there just struggle to find and retain talent out there, right? It's kind of a common theme, but some companies struggle more than others on there. And even though they're paying a little bit more, when you drill it back, it's usually as a result of the relationship that business has with their employees, right? There's something that needs to be fixed there. So we at Puzzle really step in and help them with that, try to resolve those things that are going on and outsource that aspect of human resource for them so that we can build the bridges and take on the tasks inside that organization that really keep people from being happy and engaged. Does that make sense?
It does. And I think what I heard in there, correct me if I'm wrong, Frank, is that, you're a way for a business to outsource their human resource functions. Is that fair?
Yes, you're exactly right. And HR is such a broad spectrum, Sarah.
Yes,
when you think of it, there's so many components.
Yep, there
and
sure are.
We can take on whatever aspect they want, whether it's a small fraction or take on a whole department. We go in and execute and perform those duties that they want. We figure there's enough people out there telling them what to do, especially our state that we live in seems to always be coming at them with a lot of different items that they have to be responsible for. So we try to take that burden off.
Yeah. And you're really hinting at something that if you weren't going to say it, I was. HR has gotten more complicated, not less, right? And there are new rules emerging every year, if not more often, they're important. And if you miss knowing that you need to be paying attention to them, you can get in trouble, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think businesses would be happy if it was only once a year. Since COVID hit, it seems just about every other month new items are coming right down the pipe that they have to deal with. So it is important to stay compliant. That's such a major portion of human resources. That's the mandatory stuff. What we try to do and what we've been able to affect with our clients is going beyond that, to that strategic end of it, and realizing HR is not a handbook. It's that relationship you have with your employees. It's helping them be engaged, helping them feel appreciated and wanting to produce. And in today's marketplace, that even trumps the compliance things that are out there.
So how does that work? If somebody has, I imagine a lot of small businesses, new businesses find your services very useful because, they may not even have a history of having an HR department, but they have HR needs. So what do people do? They call you? Is there a conversation that you have? I mean, are there set services? How does this evolve? And is it affordable? Can it be affordable?
A lot of questions there. I'll try
I know.
to answer those.
I have a lot of questions.
I love that, though. I love it. So really everything we do is customized. What I do is listen to a client or a prospective client and let them tell me what's going on in their business and ask them where they need help, where do they feel they need help, and then we'll ask some additional questions around that. And then we build a scope of work around exactly what they need. So everything we do is customized. It's certainly affordable. We tend to work with businesses that have 20 employees or more, though I have some that have much smaller than that, and certainly many that have far more than that. But what we do is we assign them a dedicated HR manager. Typically, these people have 15 to 20 years of experience, and we meet every week. We talk about what's going on in the business. What are their challenges? How are we progressing on the projects that we're working on? What's come up? What do we need to address? Keeping them forward-looking as well as working on the things that are happening every week. Our mission really there is to try to make them work on the business, not in the business. So it's affordable for those businesses that really appreciate what HR can do to transform their business from a business cost center to drive results.
Mm-hmm. And this is a relatively new model, right? I mean, this isn't yours isn't a model that's been around for 50, 100 years, correct?
No, it really hasn't. I've been in the business for over 35 years and worked with thousands of companies, and we see organizations out there that try to promote HR. Some do a wonderful job, some better than others. But there's nobody out there nationally that's really doing what we've done. And our story, if I may for a moment, is pretty interesting. We were started in November of 2019 with 13 people.
Wow.
With this idea of, hey, what can we do here to change the way people look at HR? We know what happened a few months after that. The world kind of changed.
Right.
And here we are about 30 months later, Sarah, and we have 200 people throughout the country now.
That's unbelievable, Frank. You're kidding. From November of 2019 to now, you went from, did I hear 13 people, and now you're at over 200?
Yeah, I kind of pinch myself every time I say that.
It doesn't actually sound possible, but wow. Wow.
And I wish I could take credit for it.
Well, I think you have to take some of the credit for it, right?
It's truly our organization. What we do just resonates so well with our clients. They appreciate it. There's a need for this. People, as I said, people will tell them what to do. They need stuff done for them. They need doers, and we're a doer. The other part of it is the culture that we have. And I tell every client about the difference that makes when using us as an example, because it's about people. And if you got people in place and they feel appreciated, they're going to work hard for you. And boy, that just embodies what we do. It's all about our people here.
Wow, that's amazing. And so with over 200 people, you're not just you said you're across the country? I mean, you're not just in New York, obviously, right?
Yeah, no, we're actually based in Tampa, Florida. There are a number of us here based out of Rochester as well, but we cover every state. We have clients in every state in the country.
Wow.
And we have employees in every state. In this new world, we get to work virtually and cover the entire world.
Wow. So there's a need, and you're filling it, but obviously you're filling it very well, or you wouldn't be growing the way you are. So where do you get these? There must be wonderful people that you are hiring to play. I mean, the 13 of you certainly obviously needed to, expand rapidly, and you're going to continue to need to expand as you take on more clients, right? So where do you, how are you dealing with finding the talent that you need? And by the way, is it becoming difficult? Because I know the entire world is struggling getting talent, right?
Yeah, it truly is. And we are so fortunate out there with the people that we have brought in that started this and continue to bring in, very well connected with people. They truly hear about the environment they work in, and a lot of them, thank goodness, have been coming to us. We also have to advertise. We also have to network and bring people in, but we are very selective about that group that comes in. I go back to that culture statement. It's so important to hire the right person because you can teach them that skill. So we do want experienced people, but we want that right person before they come in.
And who better than HR experts to both find folks and be able to discern, who makes for a good fit? You're kind of perfectly positioned to do what you need, right? And what your clients need. There's a perfect convergence between the two. So as you move forward, you told us that you're kind of your I don't know whether it's your sweet spot or just what happens to be the majority of your client base is about 20 employees, correct?
Actually, that's kind of the starting spot. Our sweet spot, our typical client has about 60 employees out there.
Oh, wow.
Our largest has about 3,400, and we take care of their entire organization across the country.
Wow.
So it really varies depending on what they need. There's some clients, Sarah, that all we do for them is manage their payroll. We're agnostic as to which payroll company they want to use, but they might have 50 employees, and rather than hiring someone and turning that over and over, they look to us just to take that on. So it all depends on what they want, and rather than specifically the size of that company.
Okay. So big range in terms of business size. tailored, custom. This is a custom business that you're custom set of offerings, right? You don't have to run every aspect of what might fall under the umbrella of HR, although you can. And you're saving people time and money and bringing them some high quality expertise. Is that about right?
Well said, Sarah. I'll throw this on top of it. The world has changed so much over the last several years, and people embrace outsourcing of all sorts of tools. There's outsourced CFOs. There's outsourced IT support. Mm-hmm. There's outsourced food right now. Everybody is outsourcing things, and that's exactly what we do. We bring to them what they want rather than us telling them what they need to have. Yep. We'll make suggestions, but let's customize it around what you want.
Yeah, I love the customization. I think that's really super important and very attractive. All right, Frank, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way for them to connect with Puzzle HR with you?
Oh, great question. Very simple. My email address is very straightforward. It's frank@puzzlehr.com, so they can always call there. And my cell phone, I'm happy to give that to anyone and work with anyone on that. It's 585-402-1724.
Wonderful. 585-402-1724.
Exactly.
Beautiful. Frank Tortora of Puzzle HR, thank you so much for being with us here today on Business Voice.
Sarah, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure, and thanks for allowing me to be part of the Grease Chamber. What a great organization.
That's very nice. The feeling is mutual, Frank. All right, that just about does it for us here today on Business Voice. We want to say thank you to our wonderful guests, starting with Tom Dambra, President and CEO of Family First Credit Union, Mike Mordenga, President and CEO of the Victors Gymnastics. He's also the president of the Grease Chamber Charitable Foundation Board of Directors, and of course, Frank Tortora from Puzzle HR. We hope that you check us out next time on WYSL. 1040 AM, 92.1 and 95.5 FM. And check us out on the web as well, greasechamber.org. That's greasechamber.org. And until next time, be well.
You've been listening to Business Voice. The Grease Regional Chamber of Commerce serves businesses, nonprofits, and individuals throughout the region, focusing on promoting economic and community development and serving as the voice for business. The Chamber offers networking, education, advocacy, community events, and business services. It serves as an important platform for business leaders and citizens to come together in support of common goals.